Hey, what's up? How you doing? My name is Rhymes. You obviously know. Welcome to the channel, and yeah, on my channel we're definitely going to be talking about music, music opinions, just talking about like things that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people have like biased opinions about, so we're going to be trying to keep it as genuine as possible. So today I'm going to be talking about I'm going to be talking about music and politics. I'm going to be talking about music and politics. We had the we had the presidential elections in Nigeria last week, and crazy how the election went, and man, we saw things. We saw things, and yeah, somebody was sure announced the president. I'm not going to discuss politics because they're not on Arise TV. Yeah, so I'm talking about music and politics, and while all the election and all the whole political conversations were going on social media, a lot of people were talking about musicians. Names were being mentioned. People were angry at certain artists for being in different countries while their national elections were going on. People were angry at certain artists for not speaking up, not using their voice to campaign for an artist, or even the ones that campaigned for the artist that was not the general youth opinion, was they were being dragged. So what's my take on this? What do I think? So I'm going to divide these artists into two. We divide them into two. There are some artists that are just musicians, yeah. They have not really involved themselves in politics in any way, or they have not really made music about politics. They just sing commercial music, nothing really conscious. They don't make music about the government. We have like artists like Wiz, artists like Davido, a lot of many of our young artists fall in that category. But when we talk about artists that have made their discography kind of has a component of politics, they kind of discuss social happenings. They take it on themselves to discuss, to be conscious and discuss things about their government and the way things run in their country. They're talking about artists like Burna Boy, artists like Fowls, artists like funny enough, a lot of artists actually do have political records if you check their discography closely. If Techno has song about he has a song titled Better about the country. He has a song titled Rara, was about the government and everything. So a lot of artists do have those songs, but I'm just going to focus on Burna Boy and Fowls because they are the ones that people kind of relate these things to. The first category of artists that don't have political records, or they don't make music about the politics and stuff, like Wiz and all the youngins. Why should we drag that category? Like, I feel like it's not important to like be involved in everything. It's Why do you want Wiz to tell you who to vote? Like literally, I feel like people just feel the need to drag musicians because when you talk about politics, there are people that are more influential than musicians. We're talking about religious leaders. Why are you not dragging your pastor? Did your pastor tell you who to vote? Did your pastor campaign for any artist? What did your pastor do about the whole election process? So why are you not dragging your pastor? Why is it Wiz that you are concerned about? Some of your pastors that are on vacation somewhere, but you leave your pastors. These pastors are like, after the president, pastors are like the next most influential people in this country. They have large followership, they have the numbers, they have the money, they have everything. So why are we not dragging them? They are the ones that actually can if this pastor says vote this person, millions of people will do that. They literally influence elections. So why are we not dragging them? Why are we coming for Wiz that just sings about she tell me say and sings about want to suck and fuck and do whatever he wants to do? Why is it your problem? Why not your pastor that is always doing leading prayer for the nation? So why are you dragging Wiz, man? So the second category of artists are the ones that actually have made records, and people feel like It's like since they've made records, they must have made some money off these records, and so they are kind of responsibility. They kind of should um, participate in all these processes. Um, yeah, artists like Fowls and Burna Boy. So I'm just going to stick to both of them. Probably artists like Fela, the late Fela, the legendary Fela Kuti. Um, so what do I think? I think Fowls has actively been participating in all these things. You can tell that Fowls makes this music because he's passionate about these things. He is very, very passionate about these things. He has an album that is Moral Instruction now, a whole album dedicated to this process and everything. You can tell that Fowls is involved. He's interested in this, unlike many other artists. I don't think when it comes to these things, some other artists might make music that they are not necessarily so invested in, but at that moment, the time they were in that studio and they heard that instrumental, it's just exactly what they were feeling. They just recorded and put it out. It's different for every other artist. Sometimes it's just music. It's literally just music. For many artists, it's literally just music. I feel like sometimes people tend to want to force artists to be what they sing about. Even like people that write movies, people that write movies, there's something called fiction and not non-fiction. You get. Patience Ozoku does not have to be a wicked person because she was always playing the role of a witch. You understand? I feel like when it comes to art, sometimes art is not a transition of somebody's reality. Sometimes it's just art. It's just how they were feeling at that point in time. So that's going to make me talk about Burna Boy. I think Burna Boy is a great songwriter, probably the best songwriter of his generation, and I feel part of the reasons why he is that person is because of his ability to express feelings, not necessarily feelings that are his feelings, other people's feelings. And when you hear a song like Common Person, you can tell that he's definitely not that person, but he's expressing a feeling that somebody else will feel and hold tight to. So Burna Boy is just that artist. A lot of his music are not necessarily about him. And yeah, during the elections he was in a different country and people were not happy about that because he has, I think every album he has dropped in the past couple of years have at least one political record. Is this significant? Because Love Damini had like 19 songs, probably had only Whiskey that was political. Tries to Store had like 15 songs, probably had only Monsters You Made that was political. African Giant had I don't know how many songs it had, but it had Collateral Damage, Another Story. I think those were the two political songs. But in the grand scale of things, and these songs are literally, if you check the numbers, they are literally the least streamed songs on those albums. So it's not like they're giving him money in any way. It's not like they're giving him money in any way. So is he required to participate in the elections? I saw Burna Boy's side of the story. He was like, he doesn't really believe in politics. He doesn't believe in any other politician. That's why he didn't vote. And yeah, he just really hopes the best for everything. And people were just angry at him that he didn't vote and all. Does he have to vote? If you don't believe in any of the politicians, does he have to vote, bro? Because of he sang a couple of songs about how he was feeling at the time. I don't think. I feel like we are demanding too much from these people. They are just musicians. They are just artists. I'm a painter because I painted a picture about 2010-20. Does that mean I have to come out and vote? It's just how I was feeling at the time. You understand? If I was a movie director and I made a movie about 2010-20, does that mean I have to come out and vote? I don't think so. But when it comes to musicians, people just want to drag musicians. I feel like, oh you guys, our artists are literally carrying this country, and now them they make us happy. So I beg, we free them. Let's let them live their lives. You understand? It's not everything we have to drag them for. Let them just live their life. Let's just enjoy the music. They make us happy, and let's just hold on to that. I feel like that's all we need to do. Yeah. So is there anything else I have to say about this? I just feel like artists will be artists and let them be artists. You don't have to hold them or want too much from them. They don't have to tell you who to vote or anything. go ahead and vote. And if there are people you need to drag for not participating in these processes, I feel like there are people of more influence, like religious leaders, are the ones that we need to go for first before we are coming for artists. So thank you very much. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again some other time. Peace.